What's up guys, Shane Storms with DroidForums.net. I'm excited to be able to bring you guys a quick unboxing and review of the Xiaomi RedMi 2. Big shout outs to GearBest.com who provided me with this device for review. We'll go ahead and take it out of the box. Now for those that aren't aware, Xiaomi is one of the most popular brands of telephone in India and China. They've actually beat out Samsung in several markets, which says a lot. If you can beat out a company like Samsung, you are definitely doing something right. Go ahead and take the phone itself out of the box. There it is. That's the Xiaomi RedMi 2. Now this is a budget phone. You can actually grab this phone for about $100 to $125. It's nothing spectacular, but I just really wanted to give it a shot since I've heard so many great things about Xiaomi. So we'll get more into this in just a second. Let's see what else is in the box. We've got a 2200 milliamp hour battery, so we'll set that to the side. You've got a USB charge cord here. And then you have one of these international bricks, which I'm in the US, so this is not going to do me a whole lot of good, but no worries, I've got other bricks. So we'll just put the box and its contents to the side. We'll take a closer look at the phone itself. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take the back cover off. Now, one thing that I have to say is this is a cheap Chinese back cover. It's standard on Chinese phones. You get this little cheap, flimsy back, so you guys can see the actual buttons are on the side there, and then you have these little plastic button covers. The only thing that I hate about these is they break really easily. I gave one of these Chinese phones to one of my nephews, and he instantly had these buttons broke. Just using it like normal. He's 10, so he's not like a little kid. He can handle a phone, but just, you know, playing like kids do, he easily broke these buttons. So we'll go ahead and insert the battery. Okay, you guys can see here we do have a micro SD card slot. We have dual SIM, which is cool because this makes this a dual purpose phone. You can actually put like a business SIM here and a personal SIM here and receive calls from both SIMs, which is pretty neat in my opinion. You do have an 8 megapixel shooter there. It also shoots 1080p. In my experience, the pictures are a little grainy. They're really not perfect quality, but you're looking at a budget phone here. It's a $100 phone, so you really can't ask for a whole lot out of that camera. And for what it is definitely a usable camera. So we'll go ahead and snap the cover back on the phone. Okay, continuing on the back side here, we do have an LED flash. We've got a speaker. It looks like we've got a microphone here. You've got your 3.5 millimeter headphone jack up top. You got your charge port on the bottom, another microphone on the bottom, power button here, volume rocker here, and nothing on the left side of the phone. Now the CPU inside is a quad-core CPU, and you've got 1 gigabyte of RAM and 8 gigabytes of onboard storage. So once again, budget specs, but for what it is, it works pretty well. Now when I first booted up this device, it was very slow, very sluggish, but there was instantly an update to MIUI 6.6. As soon as I took that update, things got a whole lot faster. This is not CyanogenMod that I'm running, it's just a custom theme, which we'll get into that. That's part of MIUI, so you guys can see the CyanogenMod boot animation, and I actually have an AOSP theme as well. But as you guys can see, it's not too sluggish. You know, I was really expecting it to be much more sluggish. The most interesting thing about this phone is that it does run the MIUI 6.6 custom ROM. So we'll go into settings, and we'll go into about phone. You guys can see here we're on MIUI version 6.6.1. Android version is KitKat 4.4.4. And there's all kinds of customization options built into this. So MIUI is really just a heavily skinned version of Android. In the beginning, it was built to look and mimic iOS. It's kind of gotten a little bit away from that. It still mimics iOS in some instances here, in some fashions here. Basically, you have no app drawer. All your apps are on your home screen, so you have several pages just filled of apps. This can be annoying if you have like 1 million apps. One thing that you can do, though, is grab an application, drag it over another, create a folder. You could probably grab, you know, like your most popular 25 apps or so, stick that in a folder, and then put that on your home screen. That way you'd have more of like an app drawer experience. You're not having to scroll through your entire device. One of the main features here in MIUI is the themes application. So if you open up the themes application, there are literally hundreds of themes, so you can actually make your home screen look like just about anything you want it to look like. You will have to set up a MIUI account. Once you've done that, you can download a theme. If I go to my local themes here, I have my default theme, and I have a CyanogenMod theme, which I had downloaded. We'll go ahead and apply the MIUI theme. And this is just the standard theme that it comes with. But you guys can see for a budget device, it's pretty quick. pretty fast. And, you know, a lot of people hate capacitive buttons. I don't really hate them. We have capacitive buttons on Samsung devices, and I don't hate them there. I really don't hate them here either. They do the trick. They work fine. They're not taking up screen real estate, which is good because we only have a 4.7-inch screen. It feels really tiny because I'm used to larger screens. But if I had to use a budget phone out of the ones that I've used, this is probably the best one that I've used, and I've used plenty of budget Android phones. This just happens to be one of my favorite. So as guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this in the future. You can find more of me at droidforums.net. Thanks guys for watching. I'll see you in the forums.